Hi everybody. Are we doing local? I'm Sarah and we're making zucchini lasagna today. Look at the size of the zucchini. She grew it in her garden, and last time we made zucchini or lasagna, I didn't use all the lasagna noodles. I didn't want to buy more lasagna noodles, so I said, why don't I use the zucchini as a lasagna noodle replacement, or like at least put them in with it. So we're going to use some of the old lasagna noodles and some zucchini. What I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to use I'm going to try this. I'm going to use a cheese scraper,
Really?
and that's how I'm going to slice the
Really?
zucchini. Yeah. So
Okay.
it gets like that noodle kind of thing.
That's amazing.
That's what I'm going to try. We'll see. You guys
Yeah.
ready to look?
Let's start. We're going to start with the camera over here. There we go. Oh yeah.
So there you
Let's
go.
take a look.
That's just the skin, but
Okay. That is a very sharp implement that actually could be very effective at this.
so there you go.
Let's do this.
You've got your zucchini strips that I'm gonna put, instead of doing lasagna noodles, you're gonna do zucchini strips. I'm actually gonna do lasagna noodles too, but that's an awesome way to have a gluten-free lasagna.
Okay. I am ready. My
Any
hands
of
are
you
clean. I am going to
gluten-free
do.
people.
I'm going to be doing some cutting of the chicken. We decided to go with chicken, and I want to make it nice and thin, like 1/4 inch slices. I got breasted chicken from Tyson Breasts. I didn't really have the money for organic chicken today, but because we're staying on a $10 budget, we wanted to go with the lowest cost alternatives. So just give this a little cut before you go in the fry pan with it. I'm going to put onions with it, as well as green pepper. And I don't know what kind of pepper your sister got you.
I think that's a green pepper.
Okay, well I grew this poblano pepper in our garden. That's the green pepper your sister made, and this is from the store. And this was ironically about 50 cents, which normally is pretty. That's cheap nowadays for a big green pepper. We're going to have a lot of peppers in this, as well as crushed tomatoes. Mushrooms. I've got a half a container of mushrooms. It's about $1 worth. I've got an onion, a full onion costing about 20 cents. And we had some tomatillos your sister brought by, which are like green tomatoes. I thought that would be kind of interesting to thinly slice them in the layers. I'm going to throw that in there too. So what I was thinking we could do is I'm going to switch stations with you, and you can come on over here. That's a very novel idea you have, Sarah. It's pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah, come on over here, and you can do that while I cut the chicken, because nobody wants to look at somebody cutting chicken.
So it's, there we go. So I'm just taking the zucchini and I'm just taking this.
Slice by slice, yeah.
And this is a really good idea if like your kids don't eat vegetables or don't like to eat vegetables, you could just peel the zucchini so they wouldn't even see the green, and they would just see the white zucchini and they would just think it's noodles. It's a great one of those tricks to get your kids to eat more vegetables.
Cool.
Another thing that we do with this type of zucchini is we actually cut it into rounds, and we use that and make a gluten-free pizza. So same concept, but
Okay.
we cut them, and then we put some pasta sauce on it, and
Italian seasoning.
Italian seasoning and mozzarella cheese,
Nice.
and
Okay, cool.
it's a really good. It's really, really tasty stuff.
Okay.
Throw it in the oven just to cook the zucchini and melted cheese.
Melted cheese on top with Italian seasoning underneath it. With some people spray it with a little olive oil. And what I'm going to do out there, I'm going to set that on top. What I'm going to do is prep the pan back here.
Okay, you want you out of here?
No, I'm good.
I can see it.
I'm just going to put the pan back here on a low flame. I'm going to put some olive oil in there. Olive oil is the start-off point. I hear you. Guest chat's coming on. Hold on, guys. So welcome to the cooking show. We are doing a lasagna today. low cost, under $10 for this entire meal. Okay, yeah, we got people coming in. I know.
Especially those people that have probably seen these huge zucchini at farmers markets. They're like, what do I do with that massive zucchini? This is a great thing to do.
We can always turn guests off if guests misbehave, so don't
and
worry.
I'm gonna work around the seeds so that we don't have.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. In fact, if you run into seeds, we can core it and slice it thin the other way. I was thinking that might work too. So Sarah's doing a lot of prep work on this thing. We got another container that we can actually put everything in to kind of give it a full-on effect. Hey, so if you just came in the show, you can take a look at our little beta fish down here. He's back there. There he is. And he's getting excited because I'm going to feed him. It's feeding time at the beta fish land. And these little things are so small. Look at these. They're like, oh, you can't see those. Wrong camera. There they are. The little teeny seeds, and he gets so excited just for one little seed, or whatever it is. It smells like fish. Put it in there. Oh, he got it. He got it. You saw him grab it. He had a little bite, you know. It's like he grabbed it. Okay, so back to the work Sarah's doing. It's very interesting methodology you're using. I love that.
I think it'll be interesting.
You know what I do?
It's probably going to be a fast cook too on the zucchini. Zucchini's a soft, fairly soft vegetable one, and then I'm slicing it so thin.
Now, last time we made a zucchini, or rather made a lasagna, I took butter and rubbed the pan with butter. Now, you can spray it with Pam or olive oil or any number of things, but the bottom of the pan has to be prepped.
Or sometimes they just put the pasta sauce on there.
Yeah, that's okay too, but I like the butter because it kind of seals it makes it so it doesn't stick. If you ever have a hot oven, butter always gives it that preventative
Butter makes
layer.
everything better.
Yeah, I'm probably going to use a lot of the butter today anyway. You want me to put this pan closer to you, like right over here?
Sure.
All right, so I'm going to show you guys how we're going to...
I'm going to use all the zucchini except this.
That's fine, yeah.
Is that good, or should I?
Yeah, go for it. We'll have plenty of zucchini lasagna. I'm going to make an onion and I'm going to chop an onion.
Okay, I can move.
No, I've got it. Got another workstation over here.
Oh, well, I can move to that workstation.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I'm sure people are like, okay, we get it. We see how she does the zucchini.
Slicing the zucchini. 63 people watching in a reservation in Oregon right now, Sarah. Isn't that amazing? Welcome, Native Americans.
They're going to learn how to grow this zucchini and start eating it.
You know, I really didn't trace the origin of the zucchini tonight, but maybe somebody online could do that.
Oh, like a little history lesson kind of?
Yeah. I'm going to dice one entire onion. And I'm going to add it to the pan that's heating on the back stove on a level 2. That's a low level if you've got a gas range. All right. She's draping the zucchini in the background. All right, so keeping that at a low level, I'm going to add a little olive oil to it. Move these cans back here a little bit. This dinner calls for a mozzarella, and we got that for $1.99 on sale. That was a really good deal. And ricotta cheese. Sarah got that on sale for about $1.87. That oil in the pan right there. I'm going to bring over the sizzle mic so all of you can listen to the sizzle. I know that's the best part of listening to a cooking show.
Use your ears while you're cooking.
And there wasn't enough sizzle. I thought it'd be more sizzle. But that's level 2. Okay, U.S. sailors in the U.S. Navy are watching from a sub in the Atlantic. Wow.
Hello,
No
US
kidding.
sailors.
Welcome, guys. Come on in.
I appreciate the Navy.
We do. We live in a Navy town. You guys work really hard. No
I
question
appreciate
about it.
all the families separated from you guys. I'm glad that you guys can see us, and hopefully you can talk to your family as well.
Yeah, tell your families about America's Third Party. We're not happy with the choices we have for Hillary and Donald. We don't like either one of them. They're kind of old and old-fashioned. I mean, neither one of them is really thinking about getting out of war. It's kind of sad the way our government's been pushing for war, especially in Syria. All right, so we're going to be taking a shopping course. I'm going to turn this up to level 4 now, and I'm going to cover it. There's the cover. And I'm going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning. We're getting low on Italian seasoning. I'm going to make sure we get some more. All right, so I'm using a thing called Finney's herbs or Fine's herbs. Some of you have tried this. Really a good mix. Put about a tablespoon of that in there. That's significant because this is the base for the entire sauce, which will be a part of the dinner. We're going to try to spread this out. All right, so you're going to see me.
I love those herbs. Just smell like a fresh garden.
Yeah.
It's like oregano, just overwhelming my nose.
Yeah, same here. You know, and I got this garlic that's dehydrated from Germany.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm trying to avoid garlic now from China. They've got some pesticides they're using and herbicides, and it just looks better. Like if you can export get something from outside of China now for garlic, if you can. I am going to put these peppers in there right away and get a glaze going. Now we got the sizzle coming.
Ooh, that's a nice sizzle.
We got the sizzle on. Sir, could you hand me a wooden spatula?
Absolutely. David doesn't use metal on metal.
Smell that aroma.
The herbs are almost obstructing my eyes. I'm like blinking them.
Uh-oh. It's the onions.
No, it's the herbs.
Oh, it's the herbs. Okay.
I don't know, the penny herbs, fine herbs, whatever.
People have been telling me if I move that mic, it makes noise, so I'm not going to move it much now. I'm going to keep that mic, it's a directional mic, so. David, Command tried to DDoS or sub, we couldn't watch. What do you mean? I'm not sure. You guys are watching me on America's Third Party, I hope, because we are broadcasting on Battlecam, which is the video feed for America's Third Party.
So we're not monitoring the chat over there.
All right, I think I'm going to just put the tomatillos in the sauce. It'd be a lot easier. And that would not confuse the eater saying, ooh, what's this stuff?
Yeah, that's
Tomatillos are kind of they're like green tomatoes, but they have a unique flavor, and people really...
It's almost like a salsa.
Yeah, salsa fresca. Ooh, you reminded me of something.
You're going to make that?
Yeah, could you get in the refrigerator, we picked up some past due salsa, mild. And if you could get one of those containers out, Sarah, that would be great. It would save me the crushed peeled tomatoes. It's in the bottom right. Hey, how you doing, man? USN Command tried to DDoS our submarine SAT connection. Are you serious, guys? Wow, you lost your connection due to DDoS attack from the buddies in blue? Hey, buddy. We do look great. I feel great, too. Considering I'm 56 years old, it's amazing. Okay, this tomatillo is something you can just slice in half and eat the whole thing. I've often wondered, what do you do? Seed it? Or the seeds are so insignificant.
It's just like a tomato, isn't it?
It is, and it's just like a tomato, and it's a tomatillo. I am going to have to just do it like random 1/2 inch slices here.
Right.
Getting time for knife sharpening here. All right, and I'm just going to throw that all those right in there whole. And then I'm going to stir it around. Okay, and I'm going to open up the center of this. Whoa! about that. Do we have a testing? We got. You know, this Chinese mic we bought for $31 is amazing. It's practically indestructible. Sorry about that, guys. That loud noise. I grabbed the camera. We're trying to get the IP camera going, and we haven't yet because we have to pay a service fee of $2 a month. So anyway.
David's making $10 meals. You know.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay $2 a month for an IP camera. Check out this IP camera we have here. It looks nice. Isn't that nice? Technology. Okay. Thank you. Well, I'm very proud of myself. Thank you. All right, I'm going to take and season this chicken with on a separate plate with garlic. I'm going to put it right on there. Now, you can use chopped garlic if you want, but that's a nice amount of garlic right there. And then I'm going to take a lot of chili powder and put that on there because I really like to color the chicken with chili powder. And it's so mild that it doesn't really affect anybody. Now, if you're using cayenne, do not do what I'm doing. Cayenne will blow your senses into the next realm. Okay? We are going to use the mushrooms. So those have been rinsed. You've got to rinse these, especially if they're getting a little old like these are. Sorry.
All right, so I did that cheese slicer, I guess they call it, scraper, all the way down to where you can see the seeds and the zucchini. And then this, I rotated it a few sides. This goes all into the compost, and then next spring when I dump my compost, those will grow new zucchini. Or I could harvest them and grow them individually. This is the size of the zucchini seeds, pretty big, about the size, bigger than my fingernail. So, pretty nice.
Okay, I just threw the mushrooms in. I'm going to turn that flame up to now level 6. And I'm going to move all that olive oil around there and move the mushrooms and the peppers together with the onions and the tomatillos. I'm going to cover that up and let it stew a little bit. We're going to add the chicken to that mix in just a second as soon as we get the relative heat up, which is important. All right, so what's going on? We've got a little bit of banning to do tonight. I'm on every TV in Costco. Is that you, Shrek? Right on, man. You know, we had a great call from, did you see anyone see the call from Doopster last night? We had a great call. It was fantastic. We talked to Doopster from New York City. He was visiting with his new wife's family from Brooklyn, and we had a great conversation.
It was right after his wedding.
Right after his wedding.
He was getting married.
And as you can see, you know, guys like Doopster are attracted to our show because they're ex-military. He spent 3 tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan, and he understands how tough it is to fight for freedom. So when he saw how corrupt Donald seems to be and how corrupt Hillary seems to be, he really embraced our campaign, and he went out and got signatures over the past 5 months, and he mailed them all to us. But they got lost in the mail.
Bigger pan.
Yeah, we're going to have the extra pan over here for spillover. Now the thing about Corning, I want to mention Corning is one of America's greatest companies. The Corning division was fantastic. And I got to tell you, we've used these Corningware items. This is from 1957. I mean, seriously. So, I mean, you can buy these just like this now, but we're going to use this as a spillover.
This zucchini is like leftover pieces, and you can cook that in the microwave or stovetop, either way. Add a little butter and just munch on that.
You may want to, make a dip or something.
Sure.
All right. Let's get going here. Bless you too.
Right.
We don't know what happened to the mail. Even the mail I sent to him. Yeah, the Corningware isn't oven ready. Well, that's the whole point of Corningware. It was designed to last, be stovetop and oven ready back in 1957.
I missed. What are these white?
It's way ahead of its time.
What are these white pieces on the chicken?
Those are pellets of garlic that are dehydrated.
It's dehydrated garlic.
I'm going to throw that in. You see how hot that stove is right now, Sarah?
It's steaming.
See that steaming? Okay, I'm going to put this little guy right in there right now. Use the lid to just kind of push it in.
That's a good tip. Push it away from you toward the in there.
Then I'm going to take that wooden spatula, push it right into the
chicken off the lid.
Yep, I'm going to push it right into the dish. And I'm going to keep that heat up at level 6. It'll be medium on your gas range stove. And now I want to add my spicier peppers. Okay, and then I'm going to add the salsa.
Okay, while you do that, I'm going to.
I'm so proud of this. I grow this out in the yard. I can just like.
That is very cool.
Isn't that nice?
Nice job.
That's a poblano pepper. If you've ever had a poblano pepper, they're relatively mild, but they are on the spicy side. And I swear that looks like an Anaheim pepper that sheep grew.
Maybe it is.
It looks like an Anaheim pepper because I know my peppers. I used to grow peppers all the time in California. Of course, Anaheim rhymes with Sponheim, so you know what I mean.
So you'd like Anaheim peppers, yes.
Somebody's threatening to rape somebody? Oh no, we don't have that on our show. This is a family show. Please disregard the statements in chat. Thank you.
David is tall.
Anaheims are definitely on the hot side too. So we want to keep that hot edge because it's going to be cooking for a long time in the oven as well. So
thank you for de-seeding that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
As I say that, he has to pick up more seeds. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
She's obsessed with seeds, so.
Pepper seeds are hard.
Yeah, they're bad. And they're hard to eat. But I'm glad because I'm obsessed with seeds too. I don't like having a pumpkin seed.
Actually, it's not that easy to eat through. You have to have a permit to be a grower.
Okay, we're going to dice those nice spicy ones. And this is the time to add your other ingredients too, like the salsa. And the salsa container, which is a mild salsa, we picked up for $1. It's a 99-cent fly sale. You can replace the salsa with crushed tomatoes, and as you can see, those are pretty low price, 59 cents. You can also, of course, add ketchup if you have to, bar none. Ketchup is an amazing ingredient that can actually add a little bit of sugars to your lasagna, bring out the taste of a real authentic lasagna, especially using.
You want to see these? So here's all the zucchini that's been.
That's a nice roux.
Sliced.
That is one beautiful roux. Okay, that chicken's almost done. I'm going to go in and now it's at the stewing stage. I'm going to break all that chicken up with the wooden spatula. I'm throwing this entire container of salsa in there. Get that mic for me.
Yes, I can get the mic.
Okay.
You can hear it bubbling away.
It's bubbling away. I am going to now press that down, and I'm going to go get some more tomato sauce of some sort. Because I think it needs a little bit more tomato sauce. In fact, why don't I just add some ketchup?
Ketchup. Okay. Salsa and ketchup.
It won't hurt. You can combine those ingredients. They're fine. All right, great. Take this next step here.
Ketchup, it's interesting. Oh, you buy Simply Heinz, which has no corn syrup. That's very good, 240.
That's a good one, yeah.
You
I
can also
prefer
look
that.
for like lower sodium ketchups, which is very good.
I hear you.
So those are two little things. Yes.
You know, I normally don't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, here it is. I found it. Tomato paste.
Hello, silent man.
Okay, now this product I get at Walmart. They're amazing. You can turn this can into tomato sauce. So if you're running out of space in your storage area and you want to extend out a can of tomato paste, you just take a can of tomato paste like this and spoon it into a Pyrex or any kind of a vessel of some sort. Of course, you don't want to eat the top. But this amazingly can microwave rather quickly or is set on the stove and mix in with water and make a nice tomato sauce. What I usually do is take the rest of the can, take most of it out with a spoon, take the rest of the can and add, go ahead and fill it up with water, the full measure.
So about 5/8 full.
Yeah. We'll take a knife and get all the sides down.
Some relative of his, maybe 522. Well, who wouldn't want to watch this awesome cooking show?
Okay, almost all of it. They may have a little straggling in that side, but I got most of it out. And then taking that spoon and mix it up. And if you really want to make it quick, like I do, you can throw that in a microwave. But what I'm going to do is, since I've got hot stuff on the stove,
Just stir it right in.
I'm going to just throw it right in.
Good.
Give it a good mix like this. See how it's got the consistency of a nice thick sauce? Well, that's actually lower salt and lower calories than pizza sauce. And it doesn't have that really salty edge to it or that spicy edge. What we're making is kind of a delicate sauce. And it's chicken based, so it's a little bit better for people who don't like red meat.
You hear that bubbling in the pan? Yep. It's bubbling away.
Yeah. And of course, we're going to need a little more water in there, Sarah.
Okay.
Put that spatula and move that around now. Way
Take
through.
this and then put some more there.
There we go. Sauce coming out. Oh, look at that. Perfect. We're going to spoon this in on top of the zucchini that she just carefully sliced. But it's not quite done, and it has to be just al dente. This is going to cook longer. Go ahead and put that right in there.
Well, see it from the top.
All right, we're good. Nice. Okay, I'm going to get this up to a high heat now and let all the ingredients gel. Cool. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now I'm going to make a cup of coffee and relax a little bit.
I'm going to slice some cheese.
You want to put bacon in there? Seriously? You know, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. We're going to go for something unique here. Hang on.
No, we're not going
We won't use bacon,
to.
but
Unless you want to do bacon in one and not the other.
well, there is a lot of spice in the. I agree. Bacon would be a really interesting. Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean,
let's not confuse the recipe. Okay, we're going for something a little bit more she vegan, except we're adding chicken. You could add whatever beans. I would imagine black beans would be good. You know, I toned this camera down, and it's still. Yeah. I think it has something to do with.
the top
Yeah.
possibly.
Well, let's do a little adjustment to the camera here. I'll see if it'll work. I'm testing out the
I'm going
new.
to put this.
All right.
I'm gonna get a new plate, and I'm gonna take my same cheese.
There we go. That's a little better, huh? Well, the contrast, it's doing a right light adjustment. Yeah, back here behind this little thing where you have my fish, or Sarah's fish, the beta.
Our fish.
Our fish. Sarah, you're going to be slicing the mozzarella. You can show that to everybody now. Cool. So what we're going to be doing is putting this whole thing together and putting it in the oven. Okay. I'm going to move this over here for you. Whoa. Okay, that's a boil that I'm done with. I'm going to turn that level 6 completely off. Turn your gas ovens off, everybody. Your stovetop is finished. Yeah. Outstanding. Fine.
Mozzarella doesn't work very well with the cheese scraper, but it's okay.
I wouldn't do the scraper. I would just use a knife. Okay, I'm going to line the container over here because I know we're going to need a spillover. I'll put that butter back in the refrigerator and put it on a sandwich. Great. Thanks for coming in, everybody.
I need that.
Somebody's commenting what a thin physique I have.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very proud of my thin and sleek, slender body.
It works out.
I work out. You know, I think with you cutting the zucchini, I think we could probably microwave that tonight, you know. But we'll put it in the fridge right now for storage.
Anyway, whatever you want to do.
Okay. I can't believe I made it 2 hours without a cup of coffee. Yeah, you know, you're born in this world and you take care of your body and you eat right, and it takes care of you. You know? You want to look in my fridge? I wish I could get the cameras there. That's going to require an IP camera, and that's $2 a month. Sorry, I can't afford that. I'm on a budget. $2 a month is an unnecessary expense. Well, Sarah, I trust Sarah implicitly. She's good with a knife. If you'd like, you can use any kind of knife, whatever you want. I'm making my coffee right now. Sarah's cutting the cheese. Oh, that's good. Everyone likes to look at the cheese getting cut. Well, this is good. Your chat finally calmed down. Well, I bought the IP camera thinking it would work directly with this computer, but in order to get it on this computer, I actually have to have it burning in the cloud. And when you add it to all the security costs of all my other IP cameras, I really can't afford another IP camera. Because we want it to burn into the cloud and then we can pull it out. Hi, David's attorney, welcome. Hi. Which one are you? Which one of my attorneys? I have different specialists for different things. Yeah, which attorney are you? I did not hear Hillary say Alex Jones' name today. Well, that's because she took the blue pill. Or she's on the blue list.
One or the other.
One or the other. I think what really makes me concerned about Hillary, aside from her head jerks and her seizures and her medical reports that are now public with her blackouts and her loss of memory, other than that, I'm a little concerned about her demeanor. I mean, she's losing her sense of humor. Thank you for the cooking show. Thanks for coming in here. We broadcast this daily, and we will be uploading it too. I'll take that InfoWars link, but I'm not going to go to it right now. I hope she doesn't talk. She went on an Alex Jones obsessed rant, conspiracy obsessed rant. She smeared Alex Jones. Oh, okay. Well, he's fair game to smear because he's a government agent. Yeah, she can't smear me. She won't mention me in the news.
Because everybody will go look you up and realize, oh.
They'd find out about me. Yeah, exactly. They don't want anyone to find out about me. Okay, this is the deal. Somebody criticized our show just now. They said this is how not to cook.
Hi.
What about the
so
show
much
do you not
cheese?
like? Seriously.
Too much cheese.
Well, she didn't like that. Scissor Fight's now going to cook the bacon because he's dying for bacon. He wants flavor. He doesn't realize the chicken sauce that I made is full of spices and ingredients that. I heard Dr. Drew got fired from CNN after questioning Hillary's health. Yes, thank you. I knew that was coming.
I also need an egg or two.
Oh,
So much
2 eggs
work
coming
on
up.
the cheese.
I think three eggs for this meal.
3 eggs.
Okay,
Well,
2
I
eggs.
think that's fine as long as you take out some cream cheese too. This is not. There's a lot of zucchini there.
All right. What I'm probably going to end up doing is I'll go start the regular show and Sarah will be cooking for another 15 20 minutes. She'll finish it off because this is a
I mean,
immense
I
meal.
can show people what.
No, I mean it's just
Is the sauce ready? You think?
yeah, it's all set to spoon out. I'm going to get you a nice serving spoon.
I can do that and then I can finish it.
Put the eggs right here.
All right, so. David already pre-buttered this pan. Oh, you can't see that. David already pre-buttered this pan, and then I'm just gonna lay the tomato sauce that he made. You don't really need the in this section or the chicken, as the case may be, but you just want it wet on the bottom, so that when you put your noodles in.
You want it wet on the bottom when you put your noodles in. Okay.
Yeah,
You're writing that down.
That's a trick so that the lasagna doesn't stick. So even if you don't have the butter, definitely put the sauce, just a little small layer of sauce, so the noodles don't stick to the pan. We're going to do a mixture of lasagna noodles and zucchini noodles. So next layer is the lasagna noodles. These are oven ready lasagna noodles. Normally, if they didn't say oven ready on the box, you would pre-cook your lasagna noodles. Just use 3 of them. That sounds good. I've got to I need a bowl.
Sure.
Then we're gonna, our cheese mixture is.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine.
You want to add the cream cheese to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my cheese mixture is
Philadelphia.
Cream cheese, ricotta cheese, and 2 eggs. Is going to be the
Okay. In the cream cheese mixture. Excellent. Right on. And she laid those oven ready lasagna pieces right there on the tomato sauce that I made, but she didn't put any of the meat in there.
Not yet.
Not yet. Just a little of tomato sauce on top of that. Dun, 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 dun. I love this shirt. I'm wearing the Kirkland clothing that I picked up. Kirkland is a great manufacturer of clothing that's sold at Costco.
Can you crack the eggs in there for me?
Sure. Yeah, I was very surprised. Sarah bought me these blue jeans back about 2 or 3 years ago, and they've been great. He bought it at Costco with a friend. Okay, 1 egg each? You sure? Okay.
I mean,
She's going for 2. All right, she's right.
the egg is what holds it all together.
All right.
Otherwise, you just have a pile of melted cheese.
Never mind.
So the eggs are actually the binding agent, so that's why you use egg in lasagna.
Okay.
So then we got a ricotta.
You are the expert on lasagna. I let her take control of this whole thing because she really knows what she's
Ricotta's
doing.
a little bit has a kind of a powdery consistency to it compared to like cream cheese or something like that. It's a really good go-to when you're baking. Now, if you don't have ricotta, one thing that you can do is use cottage cheese. That's an alternative to ricotta in your mixture. So I'm mixing bowl. mixture. Okay. I got to get my mise en place. All right. There's a better mixing bowl.
Do you need any help right now?
I just have to mix this.
Oh, you
cheese
need a bigger
mixture.
bowl, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is just not.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do with that? I'm going to put this together in there.
So as you can see, the egg kind of like is mixing in well with the cheese, and you want to just mix it until you have a smooth consistency. And you kind of have to break up the cream cheese. So break up the cheese and make sure the egg is mixed throughout it. And so what the egg will do, as I said earlier, is it acts as a binder and it starts to cook right away and makes that lasagna thick. It makes the cheese a thicker consistency. And it's better when it's baked. All right, so that's pretty good with our cheese mixture. Just good. Egg is thoroughly mixed in. Throw another egg in, but I think this is pretty good. Then you want to just take this egg mixture and put a layer of it onto the noodles. So show that. So we've got our noodles, and then we put the cheese right on top of it. And then once you put the cheese on, you put a layer of the sauce, and then a layer of the zucchini noodle. So I'll just do one just to show you really quick, because I'll do this. So we've got a layer of the sauce. This time when I do the sauce, I kind of want to get it a little bit thicker. So I am going to scoop against the side to get that thickness. That right on there. And then what we're going to do next is a layer of layers, thickness of it. And then we'll continue this process until you can do another layer of cheese if you want, or you can just do pasta sauce depending on how much you have. One more layer of cheese, some pasta, and pasta sauce, and then Parmesan cheese to top it all off. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and you can enjoy the show. Take care. So I'm just continuing. I'm putting the lasagna pretty thick in here. I'm going to continue with the cheese mixture. And to make it totally free, you could have just avoided the noodles completely and gone with these zucchini noodles. A way to use zucchini is very good, and a good way to get your vegetable daily. More vegetables.
Yeah.
So yes, you're eating a lot of cheese in with it, but eating your vegetables is very important. All right. So again, the tip with the pasta sauce, when you're layering it on top, you kind of want the chunkier parts.
Yeah, the chunkier parts to it now.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot some. Actually, the mozzarella is just going to.
Hey, I don't believe any of these things you're saying about Trump. Yeah. Nobody in their right mind would threaten somebody in print. Yeah, or libel somebody like that. Wait a second. This is not disgusting. This is good quality, healthy food. Yeah,
Healthy and delicious.
healthy and delicious.
Way to use all those
No,
things you cook in the garden. Make grow.
well, that's the thing. I don't wear diapers. I'm not nuts. That's libel right there. I'm gonna send that to my attorney. David's attorney's at the room, so he's monitoring the chat.
Thank you, attorney.
Thank you, David's attorney. I'm not sure which one of my attorneys is in there, but
Let's see.
well, yeah, I'm ashamed that you're in the chat room, guest 328. I'm ready for no. I don't eat much. Well, I will give you mods. Not in this universe. Maybe in a parallel universe. We've got 131 censored views in our show right now. Not to mention the millions of views overseas, which I thank you for watching. Many of you have never seen Americans make lasagnas so easily and comfortably. Now, this is a dish you can cook and recook for weeks. You can put it in the freezer. You can cut it up and put it in individual containers. I mean, you can make lunches. Well, it's not a hairline receding. It's actually, it's a very hot day and my hair's kind of wispy. Yeah, it'll look better on the other camera. The lighting here sucks. Well, Sarah, this is awesome. Awesome. I'll be back. There's no toupee. This is my real hair. I can't believe I'm talking about my hair in a lasagna show. Welcome. Daylight is my friend. Oh, yeah. I should go out right now with daylight. But when you're a vampire, you have to be a little more discreet. Hey, we are having a Halloween show coming up.
Good.
Have you decided who you're going to go as Halloween? I'm thinking of going as my favorite Martian or Hillary's favorite Martian.
I was not thinking.
I'm thinking of getting those ears that my favorite Martian had and go as my favorite Martian.
He had ears.
Well, he had the antennas that came up.
Oh, the antenna.
I thought that would be cute, instead of going as Donald. I was Donald last year. It was a disaster. I have to re-engineer the Donald wig so it looks better. All right, no, trout lip is inappropriate. Catfish lip would be more appropriate. I met a woman one time at a local pharmacy that had a little thing growing from her lip. I lovingly called her Catfish Woman. Yeah, anyway. I can't go as Al Sharpton. I'm not thin enough. He has lost so much weight, it's unbelievable. And I'm going to let Sarah do the cooking while I rev up the other show.
Oh, you want me to continue this?
Well, you're creating one lasagna on this tray,
I
and
should
we're
have put
gonna
some
wrap it up, and then
mozzarella in here.
place some mozzarella now. You're the one who's taken on this behemoth project, so I'm going to let you handle it for up to the top of the hour, and then I'm going to switch to the camera.
Pretty.
Thank you for doing all the layering. The layering. The layering of the. I love the idea of cutting that zucchini thin too. Oh, wait till you get it. When it's done, and she's great. Now you're going to cook this for 1 hour at 350. Is that what you're going to do?
Sure.
Or about 45 minutes at 350, and then shut the oven off because it's a hot day. Cool. I was trying to get her to do a stovetop recipe, but she was right. You cannot make lasagna stovetop.
I've never. But it is a hot day. I'm sorry that. Whatever.
Oh, no, zucchini's really cool. If you've ever tried it, it's better than eggplant. Eggplant has all those really horrible seeds. And you're like eating them and going, what's this, a seed in my meal? You couldn't even get close to me, man. I'm under such shielded security you couldn't even begin to imagine. We've got Dupster as my bodyguard, and he's coming out, I'm not sure when. He's delivering my motorcycle. Yeah. He's going to be the guy standing in front of every single event we do. Well, I thought of visiting him. We talked about me visiting him as well. Sarah and I could visit him on our cross-country trips. Do I ride? Are you kidding me? No, I don't ride. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that looks perfect. And go with a cheese glaze over the top with Parmesan. Okay, a little Parmesan on the top. I will bring out the galufetti, grated Parmesan. When you go to Italy, you must come to visit me at the Zucchini Lasagna restaurant. We are opening in, we're not opening a restaurant in Italy. David, everyone know you live on a street in Okaba. Dude, just because you think that's where we live, we like people to believe that. Yeah, that's kind of the mystique of having a place to keep your records. Yeah, people can then say, "Oh, I know where he lives." Absolutely. Yeah. I think the other container could have more noodles. How many do we have left? Yeah, just enough for the other. If you could layer them up and down in here. And if you need more sauce, there's tomato juice in the oven, in the refrigerator. We are going to wrap this up. You are looking at the product that is going in the oven for 45 minutes, and then we turn the oven off, run it at 350 degrees, and let it sit. And the nice thing about this dinner is you can heat it up, and it gets better and better and better. All right. I'll be right in. I'm going to start the other show in just a second. But before I do that, you could visit Sarah for one more minute.
Layering all of the zucchini, and yes, for those of you who are familiar with eggplant Parmesan or eggplant lasagna, this is a similar kind of. Yes, it's a good way. You could put if you didn't want people to know, you could put this as greens or not. I will, or a little zucchini. Striped, oh, there you go. Striped design on my zucchini. And then I'll add some cheese. Everything's better with cheese.
Thanks. Oh, come on. Don't reveal my true address, please. That's just one of our locations. Yeah.
It's not nice.
All right, this has been great fun.
I think that's good.
Oh yeah, look at it. It's like picture perfect. Take a snapshot of that.
Okay.
And that's our garden kitchen signing off.
Good night.
Good night, beta fish.
Or I'll be in the show.
I've got him trained. See, when I get near him, he gets all active. All right, we'll see you in the show in just a second, everybody. Take care.